Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Crunk Girl 711. If you didn't know, now you know. I know y'all like, what the hell? She laying in her bed. Yeah, man, I'm sick and I'm not feeling good. That's why I got this hat on, cold. I had a hoodie on, trying to sweat this flu, cold, whatever I got. I ain't sneezing or nothing, but I'm like real clogged up. Not really been feeling good. I was throwing up yesterday. I went to the ER with my mom's and shit, and shit just I was sitting in the waiting room with all them freaking sick ass kids, and them motherfuckers gave me a bug. So if I cough or something like that, excuse me. But let's get to the topic of the video. Friday, Sony released information. Well, we're not really Sony, but this guy on a forum, NeoGAF is a NeoGAF user. Um, introduce some new shit to us. Sony put out a patent, and that patent basically keeps us as gamers from basically using used games. We don't know if it's gonna be for the PS4. We don't know if it's gonna be for any generation after the PS4. All we know is they filed for the patent. They filed for it in September last year. Now it's last year. September last year, and it came out on the 6th, I think, 3rd or the 6th, which was Friday. So that's when it came to everybody's attention, and that they filed it and everything like that. And basically what they're saying they're doing is, once you buy a game, buy the physical copy of the game, it has a little number or code on there, that barcode or whatever, that it basically saves the game to your disk, your hard drive, and all that shit like it regularly does, and it installs. But the thing about that is, once it's installed in your game is the only one it will, I guess, it will play on, or whatever you want to call it. So say I take it to GameStop, somebody else wants to play it, they won't be able to. They can't get any worth out of the game, because after the game has read that code in the disc, it won't be able to play in nobody else's PS3. And it's hooked to a user account as well. So when you have your user account, everything is hooked to that account. So this is my thing on the whole situation. I understand why Sony's doing it. Sony is doing it to knock out the secondhand shit. So like the Amazons, the Best Buys, the GameStops, EB Games, shit like that. That basically is selling used games and not giving the developers none of the profits. They get none. They get nothing from those profits. And I guess they're trying to cut that in half, basically, and be like, okay, if y'all want to do that, we're going to patent this so we can make sure that they don't make any money. Because as soon as that patent came out, GameStop's financial stocks went completely in the tank that day. Like, it was crazy how bad it was. So I don't know if investors are like, oh shit, or if Sony scared them or what, but their shit tanked. Um, but the thing about it is, as a gamer, I'm like, I buy used games, but I don't buy used games. Only time I buy a used game if it's an older game that I haven't played of a series, and I want to go back and play it. So most of the time you won't find newer, like a brand new copy of Uncharted. You have to go like on Amazon or something, find something like that. So if I'm new to the series and I want to play Uncharted 1 or Uncharted 2, I'll just go to GameStop and get them for cheaper, because what's the need to buy a new copy of the game when it's so old? You probably won't even find the new copies of maybe Uncharted 2, but you won't find many of Uncharted 1 or Killzone 1, Killzone 2. You'll find the newer versions. And some gamers like me, we play from the beginning, and then we 1, 2, 3, 1, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. So my take on this is, I feel like Sony, if they never said for a fact that it's going to be in the PS4. That's what people are not getting at. They never said PS4. They just said it's going to be a console. You never know. They may not even use the patent. They may not even. They just did it just to say they did it, and no one else can use it. Microsoft won't be able to use it. Nintendo may not. They won't be able to use it. The Ouya system is coming out. They can't use it. If you see somebody scratching, that's my dog over there scratching. I don't know what for. He ain't got no fleas or nothing. But yeah, the Ouya coming out. The Steam box is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Tons of games, consoles, 10 game systems are coming out. And they're in the Wii, you know what I'm saying, Wii U and all that stuff. And they want to maybe they want to make sure no one else does it. Because if someone else does it, you know what I'm saying, first, basically they putting a patent on it. Like, stop it right then and there. No one can do it. Maybe that's why they did it. I think it's a bad idea. If they do put it in the PS4, it's going to kill their sales. Only reason why people will buy PS4 is depending on what games come out for at launch. If it's gonna be like the PS3 launch, a lot of people are not gonna buy it, specifically because of the price. The used game tech, they're not gonna buy it right off the bat. You're gonna have to do something to get those gamers back on board. I understand why they're doing it, but it's 50-50. I understand why they're doing it, but they're gonna kill their revenue if they do it, because people are not gonna buy one. And if they do buy one, they're going to be hackers. They're going to figure out how to get away around it, like they always do. They're gonna find a way to get around this shit. Anyways, tell me what y'all think about Sony putting the used game patent out there for everybody to see. Do y'all think they're gonna put it in the PS4? Do y'all think they're gonna hold on to it just to hold on to it so no one else could do it? What do y'all guys think? Shouts out to thuggeek.com. Hopefully I get better. I didn't cough or anything, so I'm glad of that. So it's your girl Corn Girl 711. Now I'm out. Holla.